Right, this goes out to the scumbag Martin McGinley, the paedophile nuns, which there is proof of that. I don't make any old WhatsApps or tapes or anything like that, because you understand we're working class people that old Bowsy wouldn't know. You're on about money. I'm going to prove how I paid for my chalet, and I can prove it by a solicitor's piece of paper that he pays for things for me. And also, man, I've more money than you and your whole family would ever dream of. Like I said, among my people at Snatton, I've old bits of residential sites and I've a few old houses in South Cheshire and I've another couple there in the middle of Manchester. But I can prove all them. Can you prove that you give me £93,000? But I can prove everything else. I can prove I have houses in Manchester, they sell one for 310. I have another house there in South Cheshire I live in, with an old mobile in the backyard. I have a residential site for 30 homes. I have an acre of land alongside of it. I can prove bank accounts, I can prove cash. I can prove of old rings and watches and old bits of things like that there, you know, old things like that I wear every day that you couldn't afford. You are on about scandal. Right, let's get to this. When your father told me and me granddaddy in a wedding one night, how can I live with Maggie after old Chalky rid her to death? She was engaged for 6 months, I can't live with her. And the granddaddy said, oh, leave it go. That went on for years with your father and mother. He's blamed as Anthony's father. Isn't he, Martin? And didn't you say to me, Mommy made a mistake years ago and Daddy held on to it? I said she's an old age woman. Well, your mother is an old age woman, old whore or not. Why does your father keep on to your Uncle Willie? Because he done your mother. He was riding her to death and the whole world knew that. Why does your daddy hit him and try to cause fights and this and that? We know that. Getting back to my sister Jocelyn, we did try and get her married to Trevor Doherty over there because he blew the arse off her and we tried everywhere in the world and we couldn't. That's why a handicap like you with a small hand, do you really think you'll get into our people? Do you really think it? And I beg of you, you're going for the rest of them. I beg of God tonight. The G are the biggest dirty, low-life hillbillies that was ever known. Your brother Anthony got that bad of a beating off J.C. McGinley. He come up to the side, he broke his nose, broke his jaw, fractured his eye socket, and his tongue was swelling. Remember that? And he had to be rushed to hospital. And you asked me, Charlie, can you get me anyone this mind of things? Or any this and that? Remember that? Remember you asked me, could I get you a gun, man? Remember that?
And he has no balls as well.
And the fella Anthony could ride everything. He's a big old gelding. He's a gelding. A big old wild stallion. You could leave him with 20 mares in a field, you could. He couldn't get nothing in fold. He's a test tube boy. His child is a German. A German. And we all know how he got his little bit as well. We all know that. We won't bring other married men's names into it because that wouldn't be a fair thing to do. Now, you owe Tom Corcoran £27,000 for a mason for a yard. Tom Corcoran is a very rich man. I know him very well. Married to the Stokeses. And a very well-off man. The man would wipe his arse for £27,000. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll fight you today, Martin. For 2 to 1. I'll take Tom's bill. And if you beat me, I will pay Tom Corcoran. I'll ring Tom and I'll ask him to watch me and you fair play. And I'll take his debt over. And if you beat me, I'll pay for it. And if you're happy with that, we will get it on. Not a problem. Now, going back to 7 or 8 years ago, we were all to have a few bangs. Right, I'm not a fighting man. I've never have been a fighting man. I'm an old fella lives a very good lifestyle. I eat well, drink well, I go all over the world. I got myself ready and me and you were to fight. You cried for 4 months and got my sister to ring and I beg you this and that. Now our family didn't even want to talk to you. Members of the family was arguing with me because I got you left back in. You're getting run up and down the country. The McPhee's pitch you out. You got another man 4 months lying on remand there for ramming you. You're the biggest grasses in the world. You got Jerry Doherty. You standing in court and got Jerry Doherty jail. It's just a man worked it in a different way. You're the best man to wear a cut. You've the best cuts I've ever in my life seen. I swear in my children's life, you've the worst cuts in the whole world. Remember when you were getting the stitches took out, you took a panic attack and you pissed your trousers in sandbach and you squeezed me hand. Remember that, man? Do you? Do you remember that? Going back to money, when you sold the Jeep to Caramella McPhee and the man paid you, remember, in sandbach services and you owed me money. Don't get me wrong, you paid me that one. I won't lie. Remember when you robbed the bits of gold, the little bits of bracelets my grandmother bought me? Sure, I'm 37 years of age and she bought them for me. And you robbed them and you pawned them in the pawn shop in Barnsley. And we went over there and they said if you were to gone, you robbed it and you sold it for £4,700 old swag gold. But that was the old style of them days. Old people wear different things now. Remember that old sentimental stuff? You robbed that. The Crown Derby, my mother and father picked in your home. You sold that to pay for things. The old bits of bracelets you sold. You dirty, no good knacker's bred bastard, and that doesn't go out of any other McGinley, only the scumbag Amy McGinley's family. Now, going back to anything, who did you ever beat? You all cut yourself up, you've the best scars in the world, you're like the map of England for fighting with one another. Your own sisters and brothers, chopping arms and legs and toes off. And scandal givers, sure, you never went nowhere in your whole life. You need airspace, you were never in a nightclub. You wouldn't know how to give scandal, because you never went with a woman. You're a bowsy, you're a dosser. You have nothing. Now I can prove everything I said, what I own, what I have. Pit up what ye have. Pit up what ye have. I can do that in 30 seconds. I can do that right now. So please, I beg of you, put up your stuff. And the fellow with the lizard mouth, as Christy Stokes put him, he christened him Lizard's Mouth. An old bowsy. You couldn't go to Appleby, you're getting run. You're getting run out of everywhere. You can buy a house in Stoke-on-Trent for £30,000. It's the cheapest postcode in the UK. I live in South Cheshire, you dirty innocent boy. Get your facts right about things as well. And you never fought no one. The only fight Anthony had, he was rushed to hospital with big JC McGinley. Fair play to the man, he's a big fighting man, a big hardy man, a decent man. He run ye in Betsy, put the Burger Kings on ye. 20 to cut one old fella up. That proves that you had no balls to fight that man. He bet your brother signed me in Ireland at a funeral. He gave Anthony a bait, and if the truth is known, and if there was law involved, JC McGinley would be still in prison for the bait he gave. He bet in his brains with his own two hands. Mortal divine sin, God, had poor old Anthony and I seen him, and he bet today. Lizard's Mouth. A big gourmet boy. A council house you have in Stoke-on-Trent. You're talking to me about money. Prove you give me £93,000, Martin. Prove it. Prove it. But remember, every house, everything I have, I can prove it right now. Right this second, I can prove mine. Now, Dosser boy, get your fight on and get up to Tom Corcoran's place and we'll have it.